Have you recently started a photo booth business and feel overwhelmed just thinking about all of the details you need to manage for each client? Or maybe you've been in the game for a while and you just need a better way to organize these details? Enter the CRM. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Manager, and in this video, we're gonna break down why your business will suffer if you don't have one. My name is Sam. I own Northwest Rose Events. We are a photo booth business in the Pacific Northwest, specifically out of Oregon. I love sharing my tips and tricks with other photo booth owners because when I first started as a photo booth owner myself, I felt really lost and really nervous and really overwhelmed about a lot of the little details when it came to figuring out the right way to do things. And I'll be the first to let you know that there's never only one way to do something. It's just whatever the right way is for you and your business. So let's dive into one of the most important tools that you can have in your business that you can start today. CRM is a one-stop shop for all things your clients and your projects. From lead forms, organizing proposals, which contain your invoices and contracts, to accepting payments and signing contracts, are all held within this one software that you can organize and adapt and change as you get more comfortable with your systems in place and as you get more experience in your business. When I started my photo booth business 2 years ago, I was lucky enough to have heard about a CRM right off the bat, and I decided to go for it. So glad that I did, because I think my business would have really suffered if I hadn't had this from the start. Not to say that if you don't have one and you've been in the game for a while that you're doomed, but I highly recommend that you get one as soon as you can. There are many different CRMs out there. There's CheckCherry, 17 Hats, Boothbook. For this video, we are going to be talking about Honeybook because Honeybook is the one that I've had from the start and is the only one that I have actual experience with. I recommend that before you hunker down and dedicate your whole processes to one of these is to evaluate the differences in the different ones available for pricing, customer experience, for usability, and so on. Most of these, at least Honeybook, I know, have a trial period, so you can get at least a week in the system checking things out before you actually commit to a long-term plan. Now that I've given you a rundown of what a CRM is, let's dive in and take a look at our CRM, Honeybook. All right, welcome to the Honeybook homepage. You can see at the top of the screen, I'm using a test account for the purposes of this video, and this is just how things would look when you first get started. We have some widgets here on the front screen, starting with the projects. This will have any new inquiries, new projects, activity. Next, we have the calendar section. So any upcoming events, any event reminders will all be in the calendar here. Tasks will show you what you have coming up, basically what's assigned to you as the business owner. And then there are also some reporting, some data sections here so you can track what's going on in your business. Next, we have this payment section. This will just show you any processing, already paid, upcoming, overdue payments, and such. And then we have the different titles here at the top: projects, contacts, and tools. All right, we're going to start by clicking into projects here, and this is your project pipeline. So you'll be able to organize all of these to fit your business the best. There are some locked-in fields here that will stay how they are, but then you can also customize your pipeline to include specific stages in your project lifespan that you use and that keeps you organized and streamlined in your business. Next, we are navigating to the tools section. There are essentials, productivity tools, finance tools, and lead capture tools. To start, we have the essentials tools. My templates is by far going to be the most used out of this section for me and my photo booth business. The templates are going to be anything from proposals with invoices and contracts to questionnaires that I send my clients and so on. Next most used is going to be lead forms. I integrate these into my website, so any inquiries that I get go directly to my CRM and are directly connected to the smart files that I make within this system. Next, we're going to take a look at some of those smart files. So What that means is basically content that is captured from your lead forms can automatically be linked to the content fields that you create in your smart files. So for this video, we are going to take a look at one of my proposals for wedding clients specifically. You can see you can customize everything from adding your logo, adding a photo. This is the invoice section. You're able to customize pretty much everything. You can split up payments into whatever sections that you need. You can change the due dates. You can mark as paid or delete payments once they come through or are unnecessary. You can add and edit discounts. And you can also edit the designs of those. So color and layout, headers, and then you can see here there's a little red dot when there's a change that has been made that hasn't been saved. So all you have to do is click the little button and then your template is updated. You can see here I'm showing that you can edit the titles and the spacing of each element of your proposal if you want to. Here's the payment section. This is basically what your client is going to use in order to send you your money. Now we're taking a look at the contract section of this proposal. You can see I'm highlighting the project date and project location, and there's like this little symbol there in the bottom right corner. That indicates that this is a field that will be filled in from one of your smart fields, which is those connected fields in your lead capture forms. We're at the bottom of the contract now. You can see this is where your clients are going to sign their contract. I would copy and paste a contract for your business from your lawyers. If you either get a template online that you fill in with your stuff, or if you get one drafted by your personal business lawyer, this is where you would input that, and then without having to print anything out, your clients can read through all of the proposed services and sign the contract all here in one space. Super easy. And then you can go ahead as the service provider and sign the contract digitally as well. And you can also preview once things are ready. You can see what the client view of your contracts will be. These little blue flags here are with my branding colors, and it shows the client where they need to input any data. Once your templates are looking how you want them to, you can press use template and either assign it to an existing project or create a new project to add this to. Now let's check out one of my lead forms. Clicking into the 2024 booking form here for my business. Again, you can add those branding elements, any background images or patterns that you might have, and your clients will be able to easily fill these out, easily give you the information you need to book with them. And you can create all of these items and have breakdowns for different add-ons. You can add additional time here. And once they select any features, you'll be able to see the total cost of those features in this little cart function here at the top of the screen. And once they filled everything out and hit submit, that's when you would receive an inquiry notification from HoneyBook letting us know that someone has filled out one of our forms, and this is what it looks like in the system. I have an automated email that goes out every time I get an inquiry that just says thank you for your interest in our services, and letting the potential lead know that our team is reviewing the details and we have in fact received their form submission. There, what I would do is create a proposal based on the services that they selected within the form and get the process going. Now that you've seen all that HoneyBook has to offer in this brief overview, what are you thinking? How do you feel? If you feel like you need a little bit more direction to get going with this, here is a step-by-step process of what you should do first and how you should proceed if you're ready to start your CRM. Number 1, sign up for your choice of CRM. HoneyBook is offering you, my YouTube viewers, a week free trial, and if you end up signing up after the fact, you will get 50% off your first year of HoneyBook. This is something that I actually took part in when I first started, and it was really, really great for me to be able to test things out, and I got those 52 weeks to check out everything that there is to offer with HoneyBook, and was able to check out some new features they developed throughout the time that I was testing it out. And after that year period of getting 50% off, I ended up really, really loving it and ended up choosing it, and that is the CRM that I still use today. Step 2. If you end up choosing HoneyBook, the next thing that I would suggest that you do straight away is update your company settings. Make sure that all of your preferred fonts, your email signatures, and your color schemes and photos are all uploaded into the system so you can automatically apply them to the emails that you send out and to all of your smart files. This will allow you to have cohesive branding throughout every single element that you're sending to clients through your CRM. Number 3, take the time to set up all of your templates. This means contact forms, any email templates you want to create, and your proposals, which include your invoices and your contracts. And yes, this does take up a lot of time. It's important that you establish all of these templates as soon as you can when you first get your CRM, so you aren't trying to play catch up or feeling behind once you actually start getting those inquiries through the system. You can, of course, add on to your templates or edit them as you find things that work or don't work for you within the templates that you have already created, but it is my number one tip after you set up all those company details to make sure you sit down and make sure you get all of those things set up. If you want a video breaking down how to set up or the kind of formatting of any of these smart files that I use in my business, please let me know in the comments down below and I can make a whole nother video just focusing on those specific templates. The top priority I would say for these templates is your proposals, your contact forms, and any questionnaires you want to input into your standard operating procedures or SOP. Another really great thing that I touched on very briefly before is you can have that all broken down and automated to give you reminders to send out certain emails, to send out questionnaires, and all of these things to make the process really easy for you once someone has inquired and booked with you. I can do a whole nother video on automations. If you are interested in it, just let me know. Number 4, the last thing that I would suggest that you do before you hit live on those forms is to QA everything. Whether it's just you coming back to it at a later time when your eyes haven't been staring at the screen at the same content over and over again for hours on end, take a break in between once you've finished your drafts and come back to it later, or even have a family member, a friend, your spouse check in and be able to review it. You'd be looking for any typos, any colors that seem off, and the usability of it. You don't want it to be confusing for your clients, and you don't want it to seem overwhelming and like you're asking way too much information at one time. And you also just want to make sure everything looks really seamless so the process is super simple and easy and organized for your clients and for you. Number 5, once these systems are in place, you've checked them, everything looks beautiful, it's organized, it's good to go, there aren't any typos, you can go live. What I would do at this point is use the links that you can generate or the code that's available in the system to then incorporate the lead forms, the contact forms, and the booking forms that you've created through HoneyBook into your website. I, for example, use Squarespace, and it's super simple just to copy that link that you made from HoneyBook to embed directly into your website. Your future self will thank you for taking the time to set all of this up from the very beginning, and so will your clients after they realize how simple it was to book with you and to work with you. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and please let me know in the comments down below if there's anything that you have found that is difficult for you in HoneyBook or in general with the CRM. Also comment that down below and I can see if I can make another YouTube video based on that topic, or we can start a discussion. Until next time, I'm Sam. Happy boothing.